At Aura, we're all about inspired living. So if you've been doing all the inner work, the affirmations, the journaling, the meditating, the visualizing, and you still feel like your life keeps giving you the same results, there might be one piece that you're missing, and it's your reactions. Because your reaction is the moment where your inner world meets your reality. And if your reactions stay the same, your patterns often stay the same too. That's why I created Aura Shift. Aura Shift is a simple method that teaches you how to change your reaction in real time. You pause before the old pattern takes over. You flip the frequency that you're responding from, and you choose a new response that leads you into a new result. Because when you shift your reaction, you shift your reality. And this is the way that things actually change. Stay tuned for more. So, what is Aura Shift? It's a 5-part method for changing your reactions in real time so you can begin creating different results in your life. S is for see it. First, you have to notice the reaction as it begins, the irritation, fear, the urge to spiral. You just simply become aware of it and you see, this is how I'm reacting right now. You accept it, you allow it. H is for hold. You pause the moment before the old pattern takes over and repeats. You give yourself a breath, a moment of space, take a beat. I is for identify. You recognize what's happening beneath the surface. Is this an old wound, an old fear, an old pattern you no longer want to keep repeating? F is for flip the frequency. You choose the energy you want to respond from instead. More calm, more clarity, more self-respect, more alignment. And T is for transform and transcend, because every time you choose a new reaction, you begin transforming the pattern and transcending the version of yourself who used to be ruled by it. That's the Aura Shift. See it, hold it, identify it, flip the frequency, transform and transcend. Shift your reaction, shift your reality. So, my love, this is your main character moment. You know how in every story, right when the main character starts rising, here comes the plot twist? That's what's happening. Whenever you begin to shift your energy, you're amplifying your aura, you're vibrating higher, you decide you're going to respond differently. You decide you're staying in that new frequency, and then suddenly here comes the exact kind of situation that would usually pull you right back into that old version of yourself. We're not doing that. So I call this the aura shine, because it's the moment something tries to dim your light while you're in the middle of amplifying it. When it happens, instead of thinking, of course, here we go again, recognize it, I'm mid-shift, this is my main character moment. See it, hold, identify, flip the frequency, transform, and transcend. Keep shining. How does Aura Shift actually change your life? Well, different reaction, different result. And the more you shift your reactions, the more you shift your reality. Here's what I'm saying. Your reaction does not end with that one moment. It actually creates a domino effect. So let's just say someone sends you a vague text, and normally that would send you into some type of spiral. You'd start overthinking, you'd respond from a place of anxiety. You may try to pull reassurance out of this person, even though you see they're being unclear, probably on purpose. And then the same pattern just keeps repeating. But this time you shift, you see the reaction rising, and you hold it instead of just acting on it immediately. You identify the old pattern, you flip the frequency, and then you choose to respond from self-respect instead of fear. And maybe that means you answer later, maybe it means you answer briefly, but you realize that you don't need to chase them. You don't need to chase clarity from somebody who's creating a lot of confusion in your life. Now look at what changed. You feel different. right? You behave differently. That dynamic starts to shift. And then over time, your reality begins reflecting the version of you who no longer responds from the old pattern. That's why I say different reaction, different result. Shift your reaction, shift your reality. That's the aura shift.